Howdy folks, another week. This week, I am back with Mushi. And as promised before, I'm taking her out for a trip because she has been working pretty hard by herself and this is like reward time for her. So we are in New Orleans right now and we're about to get some food. Cause Ty, are you hungry?
Huh?
Are you hungry?
Yes.
All right, so we're about to go get some food. This week, let's talk about something that's really fun for a lot of people. People always wonder, how much do doctors make? You know, the truth is, none of your business. But even though it's not your business, it's my business and it's Mushi's business. So we're gonna go over this thing. Depending on the sources you look at, the highest paid doctors and the lowest paid doctors might be in different orders. But in general, the surgical specialists get paid more and the non-surgical or non-interventional specialists get paid less. So we're gonna go over these specialties and subspecialties today, and we hope you like it. Let's go! Howdy folks, this is Dr. Bao. You might recognize me as Pushy from Pushy Mushi, yeah! But I have officially transformed into Dr. Bao. Here, we will be going over life as a doctor and answering questions on being a doctor or how to be one. Because my schedule is actually fairly hectic, and because I need to multitask to a certain degree, most of my video clips will be while I'm doing something else, such as walking, exercising, taking a break from work, driving, or while I'm on the toilet.
Seriously.
The goal of this channel is to make it useful for those of you who might be interested in learning more about a doctor's life. You could be a student, a resident, a fellow, an attending, a parent, or someone who simply loves to information overload yourself. One thing I would like to emphasize is that although I do work and am affiliated with some hospitals and med school, what I say does not represent the opinion of any entity except myself. Please like or dislike, hopefully not dislike, subscribe, comment, share, and press that bell icon.
Great.
All right, so let's start with the highest paid doctors. Again, depending on which sources you look at, the pay might be a little bit different from specialty to specialty or subspecialty to subspecialty. The three highest paid doctors that I'm gonna mention today include plastic surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, and cardiologist. And over here, by cardiologist, I don't mean to discriminate one type against another, but we're really talking about interventional cardiologist versus non-interventional cardiologist. So these are the three highest paid doctors. Now, I get it, opto, eye doctor, ENT, dermatology, and other doctors, they also make the list of the highest paid doctors, but we're gonna focus on these three today. So, plastic surgeons, what do? They don't do anything, and they get paid.
What?
That is a joke. So plastic surgery, actually they do a lot of things. They do a lot of reconstructive surgeries. They do also make people look good as depicted in movies. Generally speaking, plastic surgeons, their training is about 6 years. Now, there are other ways to go about to become a plastic surgeon, but this is the most traditional way that we're talking about. The second category of the highest paid physicians that we mentioned previously was orthopedic surgeons. Now, they also don't do anything like plastic surgeons, and that's not a joke. I'm sorry, that is a joke. Orthopedic surgeons, they fix bones and they do a lot of good things. The training in order to become an orthopedic surgeon is generally about 5 years. Again, there are other ways that one can become an orthopedic surgeon. One of my friends did it through another way, but that's not the traditional way. So we're just talking about the traditional orthopedic surgery residency. Now, on top of the residency, one can subspecialize. For example, spine. In general, orthopedic surgeons, they get paid pretty well. Now, the third type of physician that gets paid pretty well that we mentioned previously was cardiology, or a cardiologist. And again, by cardiology, we mean interventional cardiology. What does that mean? That means they specialize in interventions. of the heart. Essentially, they put wires and they put lines and they put stuff into the heart and fix the heart. For example, the commonly known stents or other procedures associated with the heart. Versus non-interventional cardiologists, they don't do procedures. So they read, say, echocardiogram. They can specialize in congestive heart failure or other heart conditions. Of note, cardiology is a subspecialty of internal medicine. Wow, look at the line, folks. House of Blues, man. Line is so long. Same principle, gastroenterology is also a subspecialty of internal medicine. And generally speaking, they also get paid pretty well. So, you know, if you are in internal medicine and you are in it for the money, you can consider these two subspecialties. They're all money hungry. They only want money. They don't care about patients.
What?
That is definitely a joke. That is not true. But, you know, this is for your consideration if that's a concern. So these are the 3 highest paid doctors. On to the 3 lowest paid physician jobs. And again, just like the highest paid physician jobs, depending on what sources you're looking at, there might be other specialties involved. But in general, we consider pediatricians, internal medicine doctors, and family medicine doctors to be the lowest paid doctors. Now, these are all very special people. They came into medicine because of love, passion, and just general goodness. They're not here for the money, and they're really here for the patients and their families. These are good doctors, almost like Santa Claus. Whoa. Whoa, look at all the oysters. This is crazy. I'm so happy right now. I am so happy right now. While I wait for my oysters and alligators to arrive, I'm gonna finish this clip so I can enjoy some great food. So for family medicine, these are the doctors that literally take care of everything from neonates or newborns all the way to adults, including pregnant women, some surgical patients from time to time, folks who need psychiatry care. They do it all. And I often wonder, how can they be so good? The training for someone to become a family medicine doctor is a 3-year residency program. Now, after the residency program or training, one has the option to choose to subspecialize in other fields. But in general, family medicine is a 3-year residency training program, which is the amazing part because they have to learn basically everything, all these things within 3 years. For internal medicine and pediatrics, they are also 3-year residency training programs. Internal medicine doctors, they take care of adults, whereas pediatricians, they take care of kids. And the general age cutoff is 18 years old. Although sometimes it gets a little blurry with certain patient population in terms of deciding if this particular 19-year-old goes to adults or a kid. So it does get gray from time to time, but generally the cutoff is 18-year-old. And those are the 3 lowest paid physician jobs. But unlike other folks, we have a heart. They also have a heart, but you know, we got to come up with something to make up for the for the pay difference. So there we go. I think folks will understand, and if they don't, too bad. Life goes on. Now, I know everybody loves numbers, and I would love to give you an exact number on how much we actually make as doctors, but it's actually more complicated. The exact pay or salary of a physician depends on a few things, actually quite a few things. For example, it depends on the type of employment, full-time versus part-time versus, say, locums or other forms. And then it actually also depends on the location. For example, the pay in California is not going to be the same as the pay in Tennessee. And then it also depends on the type of employer. For example, generally speaking, academic institutions pay less than private practice. And there are other factors that can contribute to the actual pay that one gets after tax, depending on how much you want to get insured, how much you want to put in investments and all these kind of stuff. So the exact pay is not just a simple number that I can give you. But in a general sense, the top paid doctors, generally speaking, as of today, they probably make around $450,000 to $500,000 a year. And the lowest paid doctors, in general, again, it depends on a lot of things, but they probably make anywhere between $200,000 to $250,000 a year. Like I said previously, I don't think we can say that we are super rich because of being a physician, except for the top paid folks. They can probably say they are rich if you compare to the average salary in the United States. But for the lower paid doctors, I don't know if any one of us would say that we are truly rich. But it's a stable income. It's a decent salary. I don't think anyone's gonna say, oh no, this is a bad pay or anything like that, especially in today's market. I mean, the volatility that everyone experiences this year, if you invest in stock market or other forms of investment, most likely you've lost some money this year. So, you know, our salary is decent and it's stable. So overall, even though there is a huge degree of variation from specialty to specialty, overall, I do think that doctors are generally paid pretty well. Alligator, blackened and fried. Woo. So good. Bienville, char grilled, and Rockefeller. Oh, now if you have questions about medicine or being a doctor in general, leave a comment and eventually I will get back to you. For now, cheers and best of luck. Wow, man, this is so good. Too good to be true. Peace.